guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a dupe video. I think I may have found a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finishing Powder. So Kokie Cosmetics recently came out with this powder foundation that has been really giving me all the feels as a finishing powder look. So before we get into this dupe video, hi, welcome. My name is Jessica, aka the Mexican Beauty. I make videos on all things beauty, fashion, and lifestyle here on my channel. So I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe. While you're at it, make sure that you do hit that notification bell because sometimes YouTube can be a little bit shady. So we need to make sure that you guys are being notified as soon as I upload because I got you guys covered on everything, all things beauty. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, the Mexican Beauty, because whenever I'm not here, I'm there 24/7. So without further ado, I don't want to keep this intro too long. Let's go ahead and get right to business. So I actually already went ahead and applied the foundation that I'm wearing today. Today I am wearing the Kokie Cosmetics High Cover Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations from the drugstore of all time. It is incredible, and you guys can see this one is pretty much empty. That's how you know I love a foundation, when I go through it, because I have so many foundations. I'm always doing foundation reviews. It's hard to keep up with foundations. So if I'm almost done, that's saying something. I personally do like to apply powdered foundations or just powder products in general after I apply my liquid foundation. I'm not the biggest fan of that just powder foundation by itself on me. I feel like it can look a little too makeup-y, but everybody's different. But I will be inserting a small portion in today's video of me showing you guys how they look side by side just by themselves on the skin with no type of liquid foundation on top. Okay, so right now I have on a bare face. I do want to share with you guys how I would wear this if I were to wear this alone, because I know there's some people that do like to wear pressed powder foundations alone. I don't personally. I like to do just a liquid foundation, but if I had to, I'm about to show you how the Kokie one performs compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm taking this one in the shade Sand 30W. I'm taking the puff that it comes with. I like to use the puff that they come with because I feel like they really allow to press everything in really nicely. I feel like for me, the finish that powder finish gives me is more so of a natural finish compared to a liquid foundation. I feel like a liquid foundation has more pigment to be able to stand alone if you do want more so that full coverage. But I know not everybody likes a super full coverage makeup look. Like they want something that's a little bit more sheer. So that's why I just kind of want to show you how this looks. So you guys can see, it definitely gives you like a nice soft finish. I also feel another thing that's a little bit tricky with powders from time to time is that they do tend to fall a little bit lighter than what you would expect. So you just have to be mindful, but I think that this color 30W Sand is pretty good. So that's the Kokie one. Now we're gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is what the Kokie could be a dupe for. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. This one is very pigmented, so I have to be very careful when I go in with this, just because I do notice that like I get a lot of fallout. It does not come with a puff. I love when powder foundations come with puffs. The one by Kokie does come with a puff, which is amazing, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go in. This one is a little bit more yellow. And people more so use this one as like a finishing powder. I just wanted to show you guys how they look side by side, just by themselves, with no type of liquid foundation underneath them. I feel like powder foundation alone, for me, just looks more so like I'm wearing makeup than when I go in with like a liquid foundation and then just go in with these powder foundations to kind of give you that really airbrush finishing situation. So you guys can see these are side by side. I feel like the only difference between the two that I have on right now is the shade. I feel like this one by Kokie is a little tiny bit more so on the lighter side. The one by Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit more so of like a yellow tone. But they're pretty much, honestly, look and feel very similar, very silky, just very luxurious. They don't feel heavy on the face. So this one is the Kokie side. And obviously it doesn't cover everything to perfection, but that's just kind of like the sense that I've always gotten from pressed powders. I feel like for me, they more so serve as a finishing touch than like just by itself, but I know everybody's different. And then this is the Charlotte Tilbury, so you guys can see. What are your thoughts? So now I'm gonna show you guys how it looks on top of a liquid foundation as a setting powder. So I wanna start off by saying that this Kokie Cosmetics Pressed Powder Foundation recently came out, and I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds absolutely incredible. It is a soft matte finish. It has soft blurring effects, and it's a silky texture. I have used this a few times because I really wanted to just get a feel for it, but you guys can see like Kokie Cosmetics does such a beautiful job of coming out with really luxurious packaging. Even though they're extremely affordable, this does retail for $13. Like, this looks like luxury. It looks like Charlotte Tilbury, but not for Charlotte Tilbury price. So I was really impressed. It also comes with a puff, which I have used. When it comes with something already, that's like the cherry on top. Now, the Charlotte Tilbury one does not. That's another thing that I'm like, this is amazing, but I'm just like, I need more. So the color that I do have this in is Sand 30W. And this is just a very silky finish. It does feel really nice and silky at the touch. When you touch it, it does have that very soft finish, which I think is great, especially if you are applying this on top of a liquid foundation, or even if you're just applying this by itself. Like, I love that finish. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to be applying this powder all over this side of my face. And for that, like I mentioned earlier, you can either use a brush or you can use the little sponge that you have here. I like to use these more so for like during the day when I'm just running errands and I want to do some touch-ups. Because of the fact that it is a little sponge, it allows you to really press it into the skin, and it also, while it's pressing it into the skin, it's absorbing any of those oils that you may have there. That's why I like to really use this for on the go. So when I'm just setting my face after I'm done doing my makeup, I literally just like to apply it with a brush because it makes it a little bit easier to work with. So I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. Fresh of Paradise brush. And I'm going to just be applying this in the areas where I tend to get very oily. So like right here. All I have left to do right now is apply blush, and I'm using powder blush. So I'm not worried about it not looking the best. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this all over. And I also already went ahead and applied my concealer, and I did go ahead and bake my under eyes because I don't like any creasing. So that's taken care of with my airspun powder. So now I always like to finish everything off with an incredible pressed powder that has some tint to it so that I can really kind of see everything pieced together and look super oil-free. So we have that, the one by Kokie Cosmetics. As you guys can see, even when you do put it on a super full coverage foundation, which is the Kokie Cosmetics High Cover Foundation, it still looks incredible. And that's a big test for me, and that's the reason why I wanted to use this foundation, is because this is one of my foundations that's more full coverage, a little bit of a thicker consistency. It's still very wearable, but it is a little bit thicker than like your typical like runny consistencies, and I wanted to put it to the test against that because I feel like powder foundations can be very hit or miss when it comes to how they lay on top of a more full coverage foundation. So if they're able to lay really beautifully and still give you that super airbrush finish, that's how you know that is a good foundation. I also love the fact that with this, you guys can't really see my pores. Like, my skin just looks really nice and flawless and evened out, and that's something that I can appreciate. And that's one of the main reasons why people love the Charlotte Tilbury powder so much, is because this powder, as a finishing powder, it does such a beautiful job of really being like that perfect canvas last step to really give your makeup that oomph that it needs to take it to the next level. So I want to quickly talk about the Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, you guys already probably know about this product. A $45 product. This product is expensive, and you can find it at Sephora. And this does contain 0.28 ounces. Let's see how much the powder by Kokie contains, because that also will matter. This one contains 0.32 ounces, so it contains more than the one by Charlotte Tilbury. So that already there is definitely good because you get more product for your buck, especially if you are using this at all times. Now for the Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder, you do get 4 shades. It is a finishing powder, so there's less shades, but still, I've always said this even before I became a fan of this powder. Whenever I look at it and look into buying it, I'm like, why is there only 4 shades? Like, I need more shades because this is just not enough for me, especially for other tones that may be darker or lighter that don't see their shades. It's like, I want to try that and see what the hype is about, but my shade's not even there. So this has less shades. Now the Kokie one does have more shades, but I would like to see them expand their shade range because I feel like it's still not enough, especially because this is more so geared to be a foundation product. I would like to see some more shades. Okay, so now to talk about the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's an ultra-fine setting powder that blurs imperfections and visibly reduces shine. Obviously it is tinted. It is a medium coverage and it gives you a natural finish. It's a pressed powder and it's good for normal, dry, and combination oily skin. So it's basically great for every skin type. What I like to do when I apply this at the end of my makeup application is go ahead and go in with a Morphe brush like this. This is actually what I use to remove my baking powder, but I'll use something like that. And I'm in the shade medium 2. And I just go in to the areas where I get oily. So right here, same exact areas where I went in with my Kokie Cosmetics powder. And I'm just taking that and just kind of setting that in place. You guys can see. And I really like to take it all over, you know, just really kind of give the face a shine-free look. And it doesn't claim to be matte or anything, but I do feel like whenever you use any powder, foundation, setting powder, you still get that really nice soft matte finish regardless. I do have to say, I've noticed that with this one, I do have a lot of fallout when I tap into it, and I don't even really tap that hard, but there is a good amount of fallout. So that's just something to note because I feel like, I mean, it shows that the product's pigmented, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, you're pigmented, but like I'm wasting so much product and you only have 0.28 ounces, which is pretty standard, but still like a lot of the product is just kind of being wasted for no reason. So you guys can see that right there. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Kokie Cosmetics Pressed Foundation. Honestly, I feel like they both look very similar. I feel like I noticed more so of a difference when I did go ahead and just apply them by themselves, more so in the color than the formula. I feel like both formulas are just very silky and smooth. And even though this one doesn't claim to give you like a matte finish, I do feel like it's more like of a soft matte finish, which is similar to the one by Kokie Cosmetics. But overall, I think that they both look really stunning. And I'm excited to see how they're gonna set, because I feel like that's another thing that's really gonna kind of tell me which one is more long wearing and which one's gonna look more beautiful for the entire day. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my first initial thoughts and let you guys know if I see any big differences, and then we can go ahead and start our day to see if this Kokie Cosmetics new pressed powder foundation is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury airbrushed flawless powders. So keep watching. Okay guys, so I am back. I finished my entire face of makeup. I just went ahead and applied a little bit of blush and a little bit of some contour. That's about it. And everything worked really well with both products. I feel like I can tell the difference between the Charlotte Tilbury side to the Kokie side. I personally feel like, and you guys can have your own opinion, but I feel like this side looks more perfected. I don't know, this side just, like there's a little bit of flakiness on my skin, just a little tiny bit right here. And I also feel like this side just looks completely airbrush with the Kokie Cosmetics. And you guys will see me up close and personal because I will be doing an in natural lighting clip so you guys can see how the skin looks super close and with just natural lighting. But I don't know, there's something about this side that just looks so absolutely perfected that I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is giving me all the life that I could possibly ask for. I'm legit obsessed with how good it looks, and I want to touch it just to see if it's soft or what it feels like. So this side definitely does feel really soft and silky, kind of like its claims that it is a very silky finish. Let's see the Charlotte Tilbury side. This side also feels really soft and silky as well. Another test that we'll definitely have to see how both of these do is when we do put on our mask. I'm going to be running errands today, so I'll be able to tell kind kind of which side looks better in terms of like mask wearing. I tend to find that whenever I do wear a pressed powder on top of my liquid foundation, it does a really good job of locking the foundation in and making sure that the products on the face don't move as much as they would if I were to wear no powder with my mask. So I'm really excited about that, but like I mentioned, I didn't really notice any type of issues with either or, but I do have to say for me personally, I am liking how this side is looking a lot better. Now, I did forget to mention, but as always, I will have all the products that I used on my face that I didn't mention on camera listed down in my description box so you guys can go ahead and check them out. So we'll have to see, because if we could find a dupe for this amazing, luxurious, high-end Charlotte Tilbury powder, then why not, you know? Hey guys, so I am back with my 4 p.m. check-in. I wanted to show you guys the comparison of the Charlotte Tilbury versus the new Kokie Cosmetics pressed powder. So you guys can see that this is the one from Charlotte Tilbury. We are looking slightly dewy, just a little tiny bit, nothing too crazy. And then this is the side where we are going in with the Kokie one. To be honest, I feel like the Kokie one looks better. Like, I feel like this one oxidized a little bit in like a weird way. But this one just looks so perfected by Kokie, and I just feel like my skin looks amazing. Definitely do feel like there could be a dupe going on here for sure. The only thing, like I just mentioned, is the color. I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury is just a tad bit darker and oxidized just a tad bit. So these are my thoughts right now, but I will be seeing you guys at the end of the day for my final thoughts and let you guys know if this Kokie is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so I am back right now. It is 8:15 p.m. and I am ready to give you guys my final thoughts on the Kokie Cosmetics pressed foundation compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. And let me just tell you guys, I am really, really impressed with the Kokie Cosmetics pressed foundation. I mean, look how beautiful it looks. Like, for $13, I'm just like, yes. Kokie has done such a beautiful job of really making their products super luxurious looking, which I am a huge fan of. Like, they just really add all the touches so that even though you do find this in drugstore or for an affordable price, you're just like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I feel like this is a luxury compact sitting in my cute little purse. Like, it's just such a fun little situation. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. What did we say? $39, $49, expensive regardless, powder that a lot of people do love, and I really do enjoy it myself. But I mean, if I had to pick one and one that looks better with my complexion, definitely leaning towards the side of the Kokie. And I just feel like this side kind of has a little bit more so of some shine, especially right in this area. And like I mentioned, I did go in with the same liquid foundation on both sides. I think that the Kokie Cosmetics pressed foundation is a phenomenal dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. I think that if you're on a budget, wanted to try this, but there's no way you can do it right now, go to Rite Aid or go on Kokie Cosmetics' website and check out this powder product, because I think is beautiful and something that's going to be just as luxurious and kind of keep you more shine free for longer. I literally can't stop looking at my skin. It literally looks phenomenal. Like, this side looks incredible. Like, I'm about to zoom you guys in again because I can't get over how good this looks. Like, I'm so impressed with Kokie, because they literally have been doing such an amazing job of coming out with really amazing products, and I'm just like, I'm here for you. So this is Kokie. This is Charlotte Tilbury. So I think that's all that I have for you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. I always love interacting with you guys. If you guys did enjoy watching this dupe video, please give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these types of videos for you guys. I hope that you guys stay safe, stay blessed and beautiful, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.